Yababa.
Yeah, Baba. That's it.
Yababa from the movie that you're making me watch today, which is called Spirited Away. Actually, it was originally Porco Rosso. Did anybody watch Porco Rosso?
Nope.
Yeah.
I watched it. I thought it was good. It's fun.
I thought it was boring.
It's boring. It's not exciting very much. It's just kind of a story of this guy, this kind of legendary pig man that flew a plane and saved
man?
lives. Yeah,
What do you mean, pig man?
Well, he was a pig, but he used to be a man, and now he's like a pig man. Like the parents right before they were pigs.
Okay.
I wonder if that's like a Miyazaki trait.
I guess he does have a thing for pigs. I did read something along those lines.
Pig faces.
We all love pig here. Starting this country.
Pig. Man, that was a good movie. Pig.
Oh, pig was great.
Pig.
But this one, Spirited Away, 2001 by Miyazaki. What's his first name? Schwartz.
Hayao?
Yeah.
That's it.
Hayao.
Our introduction to the Ghibli paradigm.
Mine for sure. Even though I've seen the trailer for Princess Mononoke, I remember being like, "Oh, I saw that trailer before," but I never saw it.
Pretty sure that one has like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
He made that right before this one.
I wanted to watch
all
your
of this
neighbor
shit is like
Totoro.
crazy highly rated. How did you watch Neighbor Totoro? What did you say?
I didn't watch it, but
I might check it out. He's definitely intrigued me.
I think that's got to be one of his most iconic ones. That's one people bring up whenever they talk about this guy.
I think this is his like biggest one.
This is his most like
as far as like
reaching one.
Yeah, he got a lot of awards for this, a lot of money. His movie made a lot of money outside of Asia.
I think this is the highest ranking movie in Japan of all time.
In Japan.
Interesting.
Japanese history, yeah. Not even animated, just like the highest rated. Pretty dope.
That's interesting.
It was a good movie.
It was pretty awesome.
Our first animated movie. So suck it.
It's a good choice for the first animated movie. It was a very cinematic movie, probably one of the top, most cinematic animated movies I've ever seen. There were a few camera movements, a lot of like the showing where they are with like the sunset shots and like the
beautiful,
crazy big shots. Like they were very like Sergio Leone kind of shots. You know what I mean? Epic landscapes.
What's your word?
I'm gonna go magical.
Magical?
Yeah.
Shock.
That's a good one.
Jacques Goldon.
Different.
Different? You love Asian shit. Different in
a
good way? Different in a bad way?
Different in...
you hated it. You hate anime.
No, this is another one of those movies where I appreciated it, but I didn't necessarily like it. For some reason, it's not my genre. I have a hard time with animated stuff. And I'm surprised because I do like
Look
Japanese
what's going on behind me right now.
Japanese...
You like that shit?
Films, Japanese wrestling, all that stuff. I appreciate it, but I can't get into...
As soon as a Japanese person paints a picture, you're fucking out of here.
I'm in, dude. I like Japanese
You don't like any anime? You guys remember the skating brand?
I have a hard time with
Hookups?
anime.
You guys remember those T-shirts, the Hookups T-shirts?
Yeah, I do.
Those were dope. That was my introduction to anime. They were Hookups. They were these like anime girls that were like Bond girls and like skater girls and like devil and angel girls, but they were like Japan animation and they were awesome. They were great.
Afghanistan animation?
Afghanistan animation. The Emancipation Proclamation.
Wait, I have it written down 2011. Is this 2011 or 2001?
Oh,
2001.
Yeah,
2001.
That's I wrote it down wrong.
Yeah. Won the Oscar. That's pretty dope.
Best animated series. Or no, it's not series, but
best movie.
Animated.
Best movie. Best animated movie.
So, did you guys watch...
The only foreign speaking, I believe, animated film to win that.
Yeah?
I believe so.
So
at least at the time it was.
On HBO, when I turned it on, it was dubbed. Did you guys do that, or did you watch it with the subtitles?
I watched it dubbed.
I watched it dubbed. I also watched it dubbed.
Subtitles.
Well, I don't mind subtitles, but Joel came in. He was like, "You're fucking watching this fucking dubbed." He's like, "It's fucking terrible. You gotta watch the subtitles."
Well,
Joel probably speaks Japanese.
It's fucked up. He's not Japanese.
He's not Japanese.
Here's the thing. Number one, the studio make sure that they have dope voice actors
Yeah.
to do whatever. And in fact,
Disney did this one.
Miyazaki, Disney. What do you mean?
Disney produced the English version,
did
the
they?
English dubbing.
Well, there's a
John
lot of
Lasseter.
Disney. There's a lot of Disney people in a lot of theirs.
John Lasseter, the dude who directed Toy Story, he like oversaw it. I read that.
That's rad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in Porco Rosso, it was
Michael
fucking
Keaton, bro.
Michael
The
Keaton.
story
played
of Porco Rosso sounds awesome though. When I read the synopsis on IMDb, I was like, that sounds sick. A soldier gets turned into a pig that like has to go like bombing people. So it wasn't good. That sounds awesome.
It's just it's uneventful. Like it doesn't.
Alright.
There's the battles are cool. Like when he's flying around shooting shit, that's fun.
Okay. You
But
know another
even
word?
Miyazaki. Speaking of just going back to languages, Miyazaki, I read that said that his favorite version of that movie is the French dub version. He said he thinks
Of
that they
Porco
did the
Rosso?
best. Yeah.
Okay.
So, so that's what I'm saying is they take time to make sure they have good voice actors from what I've seen, and I love the voice actors, and they were very. I don't know
thought
if
it was
you
great.
noticed who the like the dude was, Haku, the river god or the river spirit.
What was he?
He was Thackeray Binks in Hocus Pocus.
Oh man, I love that guy.
What?
Meow.
Thackeray
Familiar
Binks?
voice.
Thackeray Binks, the kitty cat.
Best
This chick,
Halloween movie
dude.
ever made.
Susan.
Susan Egan was Lynn. Susan Egan is Meg in Hercules. I don't know if you guys love Hercules. Disney's Hercules.
Never saw it.
What?
Never seen it.
I don't think I've seen it.
And James Woods plays the villain, right?
Yes.
I love James Woods. James Woods is the man.
And I'm pretty sure it's Rip Torn plays Zeus.
Who plays Hercules? Will Smith?
Brad Pitt.
No, I thought it was Will Smith.
No,
No, that's Shark Tale.
Orlando Bloom.
No, I can't remember. It's somewhat. I don't know. It's someone.
Matthew McConaughey.
It's definitely none of those people. None of those people.
Alan Rickman.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yo, so well, you know, it's
Bobcat
another
Goldthwait is in that movie. Go ahead.
another great word for this movie would kind of be holy shit, I'm pretty high. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of.
Anthony, did you have a word?
Yeah, what's your word? Let me get back to that.
Beautiful. I was
Yeah.
gonna say beautiful.
Beautiful.
I would print frames of this movie and hang them in my house.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, it looked great. It was all hand drawn, which is also an impressive thing about this film.
Yeah.
So did you guys read about that? How he doesn't really even have scripts for his movies. He just draws them, and as he draws them, he develops the story through his drawings.
Nope.
Yeah, I read that he takes about 7 years to write a movie.
Yeah, and he doesn't use a script. He uses it through drawings, and that's how he gets it done. That's pretty
This
impressive.
guy's wild.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Seems stressful.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing. He has nobody telling him what to do. He just does it like how he does it. You know what I mean? He's got nobody. He just when he makes a movie, he makes a movie. It's like Stanley Kubrick shit. It's like, all right, Stanley, whenever you make a movie, just show it to us.
It's like so he's like the Japanese James Cameron, essentially.
basically, yeah, or Stanley Kubrick.
Greatest pioneer.
Yeah.
He is a pioneer. This
By the
guy
way, did
is
you guys see the
fucking-
trailer for Avatar Underneath the Water or whatever it's called?
I think I did. Yeah.
World of Water or
Looks
something.
pretty all right.
What's your guess on what the movie's called, Anthony?
Oh,
Avatar.
Avatar Aquafina returns.
Is she
Jason
in it?
Momoa.
I fucking hope Aquafina's in it.
that'd
If
be great.
Aquafina and Jason Momoa are not in this underwater movie, I'm gonna be fucking
Guys, we already
slightly
know who it
disappointed.
is. It's Zoe Saldana and the dude from Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, but we don't know if people are gonna make
This-
cameos. The
Kate
Rock's gonna be
Winslet's in
for
it.
sure.
Kate Winslet's in it.
Yeah, hell yeah, she is. Titanic.
That does make sense.
Titanic. You know.
What was the dude from Avatar? What has he done since then? Sam Worthington or some shit? Is that what his name is?
I forget his
I
name.
think
He's
he
made a couple
joined the
movies.
army.
Yeah, like he left just so he could like only be in Avatar movies. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go
I
help
think
James Cameron.
he's the guy that killed Osama.
Oh wow, SEAL Team 6 guy. Was
Yeah.
he in? What was that?
He
SEAL
led SEAL
movie?
Team 6. He's SEAL Team 1. He's number 1.
Dark Below Zero or
Yo,
something. What is that movie?
Barry, he's like, yo, these guys are really good. Like SEAL Team 6, maybe even 7.5. Come on, no Hank from Barry. Come on.
Yeah. Oh,
Jeez.
thanks the man.
I think that was season 2. You guys need to rewatch
Yeah,
season 2.
I do need to rewatch that show, but I'm in for the third season so far. It's very good.
It's good. It's different. It's different than the rest. One of these things is not like the other. So this movie. Oh, and Chihiro, the main girl, was Donnie Darko's sister.
Oh, Maggie Gyllenhaal, or the other one?
I think the other one. Was
The
there
younger
another one
one.
called Davy Chase?
Probably.
'Cause
They
that's
did
her
they did
name.
have a younger sister, so it was her.
Yeah, pretty sure that was her. Yeah, I thought it was a good movie. One of the best movie. And it's
One of
trippy.
the best movies.
It won the best movie ever made that year, 2001. Couldn't tell you what it was really about though. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. The way he writes it, like what Schwartz is saying about he just draws and lets it. I could see how that kind of coalesces in what I was watching, because it seems like he draws something and then there's a story behind it, and then he thinks, well, what would I see next? And then it's not necessarily, there's some parts that aren't like very cohesive, I guess.
Well, what's even going on in this movie? She's going through like some sort of dream world where she's battling certain demons that are inside of her that are trying to wake her up and make her grow up and make her realize she should have self-confidence, right? It's all in her head, right?
Yeah, I guess it's a coming of age story.
Oh,
totally.
She loses her family. Is it in her head though? I don't know if it's in her head.
No, dude, there was dust in the car. How'd the dust get there if a bunch of time didn't
Yeah,
pass?
they've been there for a while.
That shit was real.
I think that was real too.
All
You ever
right.
been to
So
Japan?
even
That
then,
shit's crazy.
Wait, what?
that's what happens when you go to Japan.
Yeah,
I want to
dude.
go to Japan.
Don't if you go under the T things and go through them, shit's about to get weird. I'm just saying. Get
Under
ready,
the
dude.
tea things. What are you
Like
talking
the
about?
little they're like wooden kind of deals where they're a big like two things, and then the
2 Chainz?
arc things, like so it looks like a big T.
What the
kinda-
fuck are you talking about?
They're all over. They're like entryways. Sorry.
Are you talking about
What the fuck is this guy
Japan?
talking about?
Yeah, on Japan.
What's this white guy
typically they're
talking
on-
about?
I know. I'm gonna sound stupid thinking I know.
What's this
things
white
about
guy
shit.
from
gonna
fucking
sound
Michigan
stupid?
talking about?
Anyway, what were you guys saying?
What were you saying?
No, like
I
there's
thought-
the entryways they go through that are there's something with Japanese culture where if you pass through these entryways, you kind of enter a different realm, and typically it's like spirit realm, and it's kind of tied back to like the
You
Shinto.
talking
religion.
about Skinwalker Ranch?
Kind of, but in Japan.
Skinwalker Ranch Japan edition.
Skinwalker. So anyway, that's cool. And is that what
That
she
character
did?
too, dude. That guy was
Yeah,
amazing.
she passed.
The
into
first time
another
you see
spirit
that guy
world.
with the arms, when he's like doing everything with the arms, that was so
Yeah,
dope.
I think that's my favorite character, Kamaji.
Yeah, he was great.
Kamaji, the king of the boiler room.
And so the ghost with the white mask that
Yes.
follows her around.
No face.
I've seen that many places too. T-shirts, coffee mugs,
Yeah.
posters. I never knew what that was from, but I've seen that a lot. So it's pretty iconic. I think that little ghost thing, like them sitting in like the train. I've seen on a lot of things.
Yeah, iconic.
Yeah,
I think that was one thing he said.
that's
is
the
this
word I
is-
was looking for.
There's a lot of iconic scenes in this movie. Not necessarily like take the whole movie for what you will, but there are definitely certain scenes that pop out that you'll remember.
So what? So you're starting to explain the story. Like what? How's it happen? Let's go through it.
So Chihiro and her family are leaving their hometown, I presume, and going to a new town. Chihiro's got to go to a new school. Dad got a new job. Wife has got to find a new place to shop. And they wander. Do they get lost? Yeah, they kind of get lost, right?
Well, they go to this side road that's just not paved and looks like it's
Yeah.
like 4-wheel drive, and you even like starts saying, "I got 4-wheel drive." Starts flooring it through there like an asshole. I was like, "Why is this guy
He
doing
misses
that?"
his
It's weird.
turn.
Yeah.
They ended up in like an abandoned.
He saw like a tunnel, and the dad like loved it. He loved
Yeah.
the tunnel. He was all about it. He's
So
like, "We
that's
gotta
the
go."
tunnel you're talking about, Jake.
Yeah. Not the tunnel itself, but there's like an entryway. thing.
That's
they
the
pass over.
entryway you're talking about.
Yeah.
The
They have those in
portal.
Michigan too, or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Is there like a Michigan monster? Like Schwartz has like the Jersey Devil.
What does Fresno have?
The Bulldogs, it's just a gang. It's just a Mexican
Bulldogs,
gang.
huh?
Yeah,
Mexicans,
it's
huh?
terrifying.
Damn. Do they use bulldogs to threaten?
They
kill?
fucking should.
If they don't, that's a waste of fucking great fucking name and great opportunity.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, they just named themselves after the high school, the college.
Anytime I think of a dog eating somebody, I just think of D'Artagnan and Django Unchained. Shit's fucked up.
Yeah. Jake, were you about to say something?
Yeah, Jake, say something.
Well, you asked me a question, so I was going to answer.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Answer it, kid.
Not really, other than Bigfoot is there sometimes, but no, nothing specific. to
Bigfoot's
Michigan
there sometimes. It's when he
monsters.
vacations. Bigfoot vacations in Lake Mish.
Bigfoots are in Michigan, so that's a thing. But just mythical random monsters related to Michigan, nothing I can think of now.
Okay. Fair enough. So they go through this tunnel. And
Everything okay over there?
Somebody's fucking squeaking.
dog's squeaking a toy right now.
Yo, punt that
Hey.
little bitch.
Jesus. Dog has no respect for audio.
Respect audio, you dumb animal.
This dog is pretty dumb.
I just need to call it dumb. It's just
It's no pimp.
it was just disrespectful for a minute.
This
Well,
I'm telling you, this dog
Anyway.
not only is this dog disrespectful, this dog's dumb. It's dumb first. They
The
go
lethal
through the
combination.
tunnel of love. He smells food, the dad. They're going, he's like, maybe it's a abandoned fucking theme park. Kind of gave me some what was that? What was that movie we watched? Sisters or Dark City? Not Dark City. What was the one where they went to the abandoned theme park and
Carnival of Souls.
yes. What was that movie about? Let's talk about that movie.
You guys hated that movie.
Did we?
Yeah, you did. It was all right. I mean, it was one of
fine.
the, it was like one of the first like psychological horror movies. You know, it was kind of
So this
certainly
is
not ranked high.
big shoes to fill.
this
yeah.
is kind of where I guess the dream world can start, if we wanted to call it that. Her parents smell food, go to the food, start eating the food. They just start munching down. Her mom's like, "Oh, we'll just pay later. Let's just eat it now. I'm stuck and starving." They eat. The little girl's like, "Yo, stop eating." They keep eating, turn into pigs.
The parents were reckless, huh? Even like going in that tunnel and being like, "Hey, just hang out in the car, girl, till I get back." It's like, probably
Yeah.
wouldn't turn out very good either.
I
you
wonder
know?
how hot it was.
Yeah, like what's going on? These parents kind of suck.
What if the girl died
piggies,
of
dude.
heat exhaustion in the car?
Anyway, keep going. They eat the
The
food.
dad was reckless the whole time, even driving. He
was,
was
driving
like,
up.
speeding and hitting curbs. He's like, "It's cool. It's 4-wheel drive," and that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
She didn't even have her seatbelt
Like
on.
bad
Her fucking
Subaru,
flowers
Bad
were wilting.
parenting. It was an Audi.
It was an Audi.
Yep.
Audis are dope.
Was it clearly an Audi?
Yeah, it had the 4 circles.
Maybe it was just like maybe it was associated with the Olympics.
No, it's just a straight line of 4 circles, and that's the Audi logo.
Okay.
Idiot.
Well,
He drives an Audi recklessly. And then
maybe
they almost
maybe
hit the
this yeah.
stone.
So again, this is kind of where it starts to go into dream world. Her parents turn into pigs. Pig. She tries to leave. Does she go back out the tunnel? No, she doesn't. She turns around. Everything's water.
Yeah. The water came in, and the kid warned her not to get out of there before the water crosses over. 'Cause
Oh,
once the
did
water
he
crosses
see?
over-
So she saw Haku,
Yeah, she was all fucking around while her parents were chowing down.
and she
And-
saw Haku.
And he's
first,
like,
or-
"What are you
or-
doing here? You gotta
That's
get the fuck out of
right.
here!"
That's
And then,
right.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then she was too slow, and then the water came, and then
He was like,
he tried to
"Don't
sneak her
do it."
back over, but people noticed her.
Well, yeah. Well, so there's water. The like steamboat comes up, which she gets on, and does he take her on the boat? No, she like kind of sneaks on and finds him again, right? Anyway, that boat takes her to the world, I guess. Like what world did they go into?
Now let's talk about this a little bit. So the
The
old
spirit
lady who you
world.
meet,
The
Yeah.
what's her
bathhouse.
name?
The
The
bathhouse.
bathhouse, the spirits.
So what's so
bathhouse.
this is a spirit bathhouse. It's like just a
Yes.
hangout. It's like a
This is a
truck stop for
bathhouse.
spirits.
I think
This is
so.
like the Continental in
Alright.
John Wick.
That's a pretty cool premise. Not gonna lie, I like that premise.
And
A
there's
bathhouse for fucking spirits.
and,
That's cool.
and in Japanese culture, I think spirits are hey, shut up.
Bathhouse are cool.
I
Wash
think
you of
bathhouses
bad
are cool and
spirits.
spirits are a big thing too. And that was another thing I read. Like many things, like many foreign movies, I think there are many references in the movie that we miss. That I read some of them that I was just like, like words that are spelled a certain way that have like a meaning in Japanese culture that mean, this person is lazy, and there's references like that I guess if you're not Japanese, you don't get. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed the movie.
I mean, it was a really fun movie. The story was awesome. The visuals were awesome, and it reminded me, like, who can make this movie live action would be like Tim Burton or something like that. It'd be a cool Tim Burton movie.
Imagine this movie live action.
That'd be pretty
It'd be
dope.
fucking
It's
wild.
Not even possible.
What?
We'll see.
Crazy.
With the volume stages now, I think you could pull it off.
Wow.
Maybe James Cameron. Maybe James Cameron.
The greatest pioneer.
I mean, did you guys see Alita Battle Angel? The Robert Rodriguez did a pretty good job pulling that off. That was pretty wild.
No.
Pretty cool. A lot like this.
you ever see Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah, duh. We watched that movie on the podcast.
Reminded this had made me think of it.
Some PL vibes.
There was connection here. What?
She had some PL vibes. So anyway, she goes to this spirit world, which is a bath, and she goes into this bathhouse that all the spirits hang out in. She meets all kinds of spirits, including Haku again. Haku tells her to go to Kamaji, the spider boiler god,
Mm-hmm.
and ask him for a job.
Mhm.
That dude's my favorite character. I think Kamaji. I liked his vibe. So she goes in, she asks him for a job. He goes, no. She goes, give me a job. She goes, no. Give me a job. He goes, no. Finally, Meg from Hercules comes in. I can't believe you guys never seen Hercules. You guys like Disney movies?
I do.
They're okay. Some of them. It's the animation thing. Not
You
huge into
just
it.
don't like animation?
I like South Park. My problem is I can't relate to cartoons. That's it.
But can you relate to
I appreciate the stories and like what the meanings are behind them and how they're made.
why do you
I don't
got
know.
why does it being a cartoon stop you from like absorbing the meaning of the story and connecting with the characters?
No, I can connect with the story. It's hard for me to just stay in it for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't relate to some cartoons sometimes just because it's this whole other world. But I like again, there's the meaning behind them, which I acknowledge and why I like this movie for what it is. But
You're
I
a
wasn't
piece of
like
shit,
shitting on this
dude.
movie
I wasn't-
because you're shitting on this
You're a
movie because
fucking
it's
piece
animated.
of shit, dude.
no.
You shitting on this movie?
I'm just saying
Our first animated movie and
That's-
you fucking talk shit
You
out.
shitting on this movie, dude?
It's like one of the best movies ever made.
it's a good movie.
This is my number one. I'm putting it at
just
number
not
one. I'm
in,
saying
in
that right
love
now.
with anime movies.
Really?
Yeah, I have a hard time with anime movies.
Huh. What's your favorite animated movie? Are you saying anime or animated?
Anime specifically, but
Whatever.
animated in general, I don't love, but I can
This is
appreciate
my favorite
some.
anime. It's also like the first one I might have ever watched.
I've seen a few.
Except
I
for
don't remember what they were
Porco
called though.
I think Porco Rosso is a little bit. I mean, I think this is a little better than Porco Rosso.
Like, I
Porco
tried to
Rosso
watch
was
some
made. It
years ago.
was a short story that was supposed to be made into a short film for airline company as like an onboard or an in-flight movie.
What?
Yeah. So and then he kind of elaborated on it and it became and the airline still paid for it. Japanese Airlines still was a big sponsor or producer in the movie, but they made a feature film out of it instead, which is probably why it's kind of boring. But fun fact, it premiered on Japanese flights in flight as an in-flight movie before it premiered in theaters.
Interesting.
I think that was fun.
Something I noticed. I
I
was
had a
looking.
lot of fun facts about Porco Rosso before we changed the movie.
Oh goddamn. I was looking at random those best anime movie lists of all
Mhm.
time. A few of
Never
those.
looked at one of those.
Most of them kind of have this at number one, sometimes number two, but universally, this is almost always number one. It's almost like the Seven Samurai of anime movies.
Hmm.
And Porco Rosso, I don't think I really saw on any list other than the top 100. And it was
Whatever, dude. I just chose a movie
Yeah.
that I thought would be interesting. We all agreed that it wasn't as interesting as this movie,
Well,
so we watch this movie.
it's cool. Yeah, the
Talk
guy
shit.
the guy who made this has definitely some intriguing movies out there. A lot of them I've heard of, and I've always been curious to watch this one. So I'm glad I finally got around to seeing this.
Are you?
Yeah, thanks for making me watch it. I'm curious to watch his other stuff. I don't know if I'll thoroughly enjoy them, but the fact that they're a little shorter, I might appreciate more.
This was a very long movie.
Yeah, it kind of started
It was
losing
a
me like
little
around
long,
like an
yeah.
hour-ish.
You're
Once you
right,
started
you're
like
right, you're
really
right.
working at the bathhouse, I was kind of was getting a
Well,
little.
we should have watched Totoro, dude. I'm pretty sure that's
zoned
like
out.
90 minutes.
You're right. Maybe we should have, but I still
You
like
guys
it.
fucked
It's
up.
still good. This was still a cool movie.
So she goes to the
appreciate it for what it
bathhouse. Zimbabwe, no, Kamaji sends her up to what's the witch's name? Yubaba.
Best character, dude. Their character was
Yubaba.
awesome.
And these are all,
That-
I'm pretty
terrifying.
sure, real spirits
Terrifying.
in Japanese folklore.
Yeah, I've hung out with Yubaba.
You know Yubaba?
Yeah, Yubaba's my dude.
She was rad, and her twin sister was equally as fun.
Yeah.
What was her name? Zeniba. Anyway, Yubaba gives her a job, gives her to Lynn, helps Lynn. Anyway, none of that matters. She meets No Face. No Face comes in. She lets No Face into the bathhouse. She thinks No Face is just some dude. Come on in, dude. Oh, how about that stink spirit? Was that before that?
I think that was
stink
kind of
spirit
that was
rad.
before that. Feel like that was pretty important.
Was it? Why do you
Yeah.
think that was important?
Because that was the one thing that was kind of starting to link the story to like the nature versus like the material world. Because it was the stink monster, but it was a stink monster because it was like dirty and clogged up from material objects. And
Yeah, what did it end up being? It was
like a rusted out bike or something, some dirty bike, and it was.
Yeah,
it was,
no,
it was
but
a
what
river
was
spirit.
the river spirit?
Yeah, it was a river
Like
spirit.
Haku.
Yes, exactly. It was a river spirit. It was just dirty from the shit clogged in it. And
What is that a metaphor for?
Well, this whole movie seemed to be
Is it
consumer-
about child prostitution?
people? No, I don't think it was about child prostitution. It was about consumerism. It was about consumerism versus nature and and it kind of destroying
Nature
as it
versus
goes.
nurture lodge.
Yeah. It was all about that.
Was it?
Seemed to be.
And what did she? But there's no like answer in the end. It's all. That's another thing. There's no like bad guy in this movie. It's all kind of just a journey on the way. Like even Yubaba is not like she's not a bad guy. She just runs the bathhouse.
If there was a villain, it's Yubaba because she was menacing.
But I don't think
She's like the mean.
I don't
She's
think
like the mean aunt.
she's. I don't
She was
think
like-
she's
yeah.
even like a bad guy.
She'll slap
I think
the
she
shit
was,
out of you,
She
you
was
know?
cool too. Like she'd take care of the baby.
The baby was crazy. The first time you see the baby and it, like kicks her and shit, you're like, what the fuck's
You
going on there?
imagine this live action?
It'd be pretty wild.
Fucking, it's terrifying.
Guillermo del Toro or Tim Burton would be the best choices.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think
Del Trizo.
this is one of those things you just gotta leave well enough alone.
Gilmero.
There's no reason to make this live action.
Well,
Never.
you
Don't
don't-
do it.
You don't even like it non-live action. What do you care if we make
Yeah,
it live
what do you
action?
care?
I think it was still good.
Asshole.
Maybe you would enjoy
Idiot.
it if they fucking had costumes
Loser.
on instead of painted it down
I don't think
on
so.
paper.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, the CG is so much better than the paintings. It's the same shit.
No, I appreciate the fact that it was hand.
don't think you do.
It's impressive. I appreciate the movie. Was I thoroughly entertained? Not the whole time. Did I appreciate the message? Yeah.
She turns down all of the that was, I think that's a big thing. She turns down like all the gold. She turns down all the extra tokens. She's not a greedy person. Greed was a
Well,
big
she
thing
gets
in this
told
movie.
by a couple of the characters, like, "Oh, you little spoiled bitch. You don't learn anything. You have no respect for people." Like just laying it out there, try to get her to realize like she's got to grow, like, be a good person.
Yeah. Just growing up. It's a movie about growing up.
Growing
It's
up.
a coming of age movie. It's all that. It's all
Yeah.
there.
It's a coming of age movie.
It's a movie
She's
about
trying.
identity. Sorry.
It's no, you're right. That's it. It's absolutely. It's like Almost Famous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like the
Okay.
stakes were certainly higher in this movie than Almost Famous.
They did
but,
sing Tiny Dancer too.
but the Tiny Dancer part was sweet, and there was no Tiny Dancer scene or anything like that.
Can you imagine they sang Tiny
Yeah,
Dancer in
right.
this movie?
It comes out a year later, and fucking what's his name? Miyazaki's like, fuck, I already wrote that into the movie. Oh, it's gonna be really hard to change. I gotta redraw so much shit. If I, all right, I'm just gonna leave in the. Sorry, go on.
No, that's great. So yeah, I mean, and also like let us not forget she's trying to save her parents, who are pigs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if they get too fat, do they get eaten, or did she just say that? Because she
They're going to
definitely
eat them.
said
They're going
that.
to make bacon out of them.
What?
I think they eventually,
Pig's
they
hot.
eventually eat them, and they gotta. She's gotta figure out which ones they are. So that's also part of the challenge is her trying to remember who she was in the first place. Because the longer she's there, the longer they're
Yes.
there, they forget who they originally were.
Because
they
her
already-
name is not Chihiro anymore.
Yeah,
It was
it's
taken
sad.
away from her,
Yeah.
which was another thing that they used to do to prostitutes in Japan.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe it was about that, and that was something I completely overlooked. I was looking at the more growing up stuff and the whole nature versus consumers things.
I mean, that was
You
definitely
guys ever watch? You guys ever watch Fern?
greed,
Greed, yeah.
consumerism. Greed's a big thing. Greedy.
You guys ever watch Fern Gully?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This reminded me a lot of that actually. Thinking about it, a lot of the same type of messages. You know, the big industry trying to come in and chop down the rainforest, and everyone trying to like go against it and shit. That was pretty cool.
You mean Avatar?
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, you mean Pocahontas? Was there an
You mean the porn version, Pocahontas?
Oh,
2 and 3, John Williams returns. John Smith returns.
John Williams.
John returns.
John Williams comes out
John Williams returns the favorite
Fuck it.
John Smith all over his face.
composing a script. I mean, composing a piece of music for it.
John
That's where he came up with the idea for Duel of the Fates. That was just him busting.
Whoa, goddamn.
Him and John Williams and John Smith.
Anyway,
Yeah. Hey, where did the rat and the fly come from? I missed that part.
these two guys right here.
Yeah,
The
They're
rat
cute though.
was
They're cuties.
they were the best.
Was it the baby the rat?
The
baby.
baby turned into the rat.
Yeah.
Oh, the baby.
And
That's
then
right, the
I
baby.
forgot about the
Hold on a second. What were those little
Was that-
like
th-
soot
there
spiders
was-
all
They
about?
were soot balls, and they were just
These soot balls were
that was confusing,
jinxed.
honestly.
The soot balls were jinxed by
Zendaya.
No, come on.
Zendaya?
Yeah, that witch.
Oh, Zendaya was the twin sister, right?
She's a witch. No,
What?
Zaniba was the twin sister. Kamaji's the spider spirit who stoked the fires of the bathhouse.
So they were little soot spiders.
He jinxed the soot spiders to help him. That's what those were. That's all they were.
Yeah,
So
they
they were
got
just-
pissed when she worked. They had like unionized and started killing
They
themselves.
did. They were like, this bitch can do it. And that's why he sent her up to Yababa. The end. No, I'm just kidding. What happens? So something happened. Oh, so yeah. Where'd the fly come from though? That flies the little rat around, little baby rat, little rat baby. Can't remember that either. But that might be
There's so much to this movie.
so much. A lot of iconic symbolism, iconic symbolism, iconic. I don't know.
Symbiosis.
A lot of fucking T-shirts made from this movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, t-shirts galore.
So something happens. She realizes that Haku stole a sacred seal from Zeniba.
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. Loved it to death.
That's Jim Cat's Ace Ventura 3.
And they go to San Diego and Lil San Diego and find the seal. Anyway, the ending was a little lackluster. They just they just walk.
But wait, we gotta talk about
You're right.
this ghost with the fucking mask on. What's up with that thing?
the no face.
Yeah, that's like the most iconic thing in this movie.
It
No
was
face is
basically
pretty
like a-
climactic. The climax. I forgot about
Yeah.
that part.
It would just eat and give people gold and keep eating and turned in kind of a frog and yeah. What was up with that?
Greed,
no.
man. It was greed,
just
and
the
it
greed
kept
monster.
paying. It was able
Yeah.
to conjure gold from the thin air. I don't know. It was just a big piece of shit, is what it was, and they didn't want it in there. But once it was in there, it was a customer, so they took care of it until it started destroying everything, and then what's her name had to lure it back out by giving it the food that I think Haku had given her to make her feel
yeah,
better. That was
that's right.
he was like, I put a spell on it; it'll make you feel better. So he gave that to the monster. It started puking up all the bullshit that had been eaten for the last fucking however long. God, it could have been in there for months.
Yeah, they were cool after
And
that.
it wasn't cool. It was fucking pissed off. So it chased her out
Oh yeah, that's right.
until it was then cool again. I don't know, like
I
lost all
thought they
its
were cool.
steam.
Eventually they were cool.
Eventually they were cool. Then they got on the plane, or they got on the train,
Yeah.
went to Zeniba's house, which is happening right behind me. Went to Zeniba's house, gave her the sacred seal that Haku had stolen from her. Did she tell Chihiro her name again?
Did who what?
Chihiro did. So they went to what's her name's Zeniba's place, Zendaya's house.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. They go to the witch's house. They give her the shit back that she wanted. She tells Chihiro that her name is Chihiro. She remembers who she is. On her way back, flying on fucking Never Ending Stories back, she tells him what his name is, which is a lake, a river.
How cool!
And remember, he said that he's known her for a long time, but neither of them knew why. It was because he was a river and her shoe was fucking floating in it, and they were like, "Oh my god!" So he's been all up inside her. You know what I'm saying?
What did that
He
dragon
liked
guy
water.
represent as a dragon? What was it?
I think that's just how he got around,
He just turned into a dragon and didn't represent nothing?
dude.
See, that's kind of another thing with this movie, like where it was.
Does it have to make
it
sense?
all looked cool, but like
I
so many
guess not.
things, I'm like, what does this mean? Like,
He's a
what
fucking
were
dragon.
what was up with the paper things that like attacked him? That
Those were
wasn't
cool.
really. Was that ever explained or
The paper things?
the paper? They were like little paper deals that were chasing
Little
the
stick
dragon
figure
and
paper
then chopped
guys.
him up, and he was all bloody because he got a bunch of paper cuts from the little.
Remember,
paper
the lady screams, "Paper cut!"
things. Yeah, paper cut. He yelled it, I think.
I don't know what was
She
up
either
with that.
yelled it or
But
said
then he
it.
like he like flew up to her room.
This might be the
and
scene actually where she says it right here.
I think that was.
I think this is it.
happened earlier, and he was
Oh.
all bloody. The dragon was all bloody. Remember the bloody dragon?
That's the name of my memoirs, The Bloody Dragon.
Who's he talking to? What's happening?
Can't hear you.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm not talking to you guys, so it doesn't matter.
Cool.
Who are you talking to?
My mom just arrived.
What up?
Did she watch Princess Mononoke?
I don't think she's seen this movie.
Oh, she's gonna be like, this shit's weird.
Mom, have you ever watched any anime?
Tell her to look at the screen. The weird that this lady looks. Yo, when this lady turns into a fucking bird, I
She
freaked
doesn't give
out. I
two
was like,
shits
this is
about what's going
awesome.
on the screen.
All right.
Remember when she turned into a bird? That was sick.
That's how she got around. See, she got around the bird.
Yeah.
He got around as a dragon.
Bro, we gotta watch Neverending Story. By the way, those are two of the best movies.
That
ever.
right there. See the fucking the wood thing?
Yeah.
That's the thing I was talking about. The tea thing.
How have you not Googled it yet, you lazy bitch?
You're
I don't know
screaming
what
at
it's
me
called.
right
Because you were like, "What are you talking about?" It was like there's so many of them, and then when they go through them, stuff happens.
now. So No Face chills with the witch.
Yep.
That's his happy place. He was just trying to find a friend.
Yeah. Probably.
He
And
found
he
a
was
friend.
he was
in
trying to
her.
buy.
You
He was buying
got a
people off with the
friend
shit.
in me.
Him and Biden were biting people.
Sen remembers who she is. She's Zendaya. No, Zendaya tells her she's Chihiro.
She's Chihiro.
Haku learns that he's a river.
Of course, he's a river. I knew it the whole
You're a
time.
fucking river. Well,
think the early
that's
river
when
spirit
we
hinted
figure
at
out
it.
he's a river spirit. We didn't know he was a river spirit till just then.
How about the guy in the elevator in the beginning, the big fat guy? He was pretty
G,
great.
the E, and the B.
Yeah, liked that.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
He
the
was cool.
radish spirit.
Kind of looked like Cthulhu.
The radish spirit. I want like a painting of the radish spirit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find frames of this movie and print it out. You guys hear that
All right.
fucking clock?
A little bit.
It's a clock.
Yeah, it dings every
an alarm?
15 minutes, man.
15 minutes. What's
Every
the why 15
minutes. Every 15
Should be like
minutes.
every 59 minutes.
What happens at the hour mark? 59 would be strange.
It does. It goes beam 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 beam, and then it dings however many fucking times an hour it is. 5 times. Just think 5 times.
That's dumb. That reminds you of how much you're dying.
It makes me want to go Office Space on the goddamn.
Wow.
You should break it on camera for the
Want to.
listeners.
I want to break it so bad.
Do it. Do it.
Chihiro somehow ends up back at her parents. Her parents are like, "What the fuck happened?" And they realize. So that's kind of how we know it's not a dream, right? Time has passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much
Time
time?
went by.
Was this like a multiverse?
Oh man, I
No.
watched 2
This-
multiverse movies.
Well,
this
I
week.
guess so. I've heard that from a few.
So who were the multiverse appearances in Doctor Strange? Professor X, right?
Professor X.
Was John Krasinski as Captain
John
Marvel?
Krasinski.
Yeah,
No,
he was
no,
he
he was
was
a
a four, one of
Fantastic
the
Four.
fours.
Fantastic Four, yeah, Mr. Fantastic. As I
He's
meant to
Mr.
say.
Fantastic.
That's dope. Who
Uh,
else?
British lady Captain America. I don't know what that means, but
Well, what's her name is the new Thor girl.
I don't think she
fucking
was
Natalie
Captain
Portman.
America. I think she was.
And isn't
like the
isn't
Queen
Blade in it?
Captain.
Isn't Mahershala Ali Blade?
not that I saw.
I didn't see Blade.
As he was in like
okay.
end credits or some shit.
He was
okay,
not.
okay.
I watched all the ECs.
I wasn't super impressed by the old Doctor Strange.
I liked it. It was.
Yeah, I
it was.
haven't
The,
seen
it
it.
was. It was. Well, if you haven't seen it, then I shouldn't say much about it. But it was super Sam Raimi. It was dark. It was fucking.
I love
bloody.
Sam Raimi.
It was
I love
super
Sam Raimi.
bloody. It was shot like a fucking Sam Raimi movie. All these weird things happen like that happens in Sam Raimi movies. There's
What's all this shit about Scarlet Witch? Everyone's talking shit about her in the
Scarlet
movie.
Witch was
Oh,
like
she
a
turned heel.
zombie, just following her,
That's
following everybody and
awesome.
killing everybody. She kills Professor X.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
She turned
spoiler
heel, dude,
alert.
big time.
She kills everybody. She kills
What?
John Krasinski. She kills Professor X. She kills that guy with the tuning fork on his head that shouts at people. He was rad. Who is he?
I don't know. I forgot what his name was, but that was kind of an interesting superhero. I was like,
He
what
was
is this
rad.
guy? He
And
just
then
yells at
she like
people?
she goes agent on him, makes him have no mouth, and then he screams inside his own head, and his head explodes. That was
What?
awesome.
That was pretty sick.
That's sick.
Professor X.
I love Sam
How did she
Raimi.
kill Professor X? She broke his neck. She just straight up.
Yeah.
Was it Patrick Stewart?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like old school
Nice.
old school X too. He looked like
boy.
it was like comic
Old
book wheelchair.
Old Man X.
Nice. Nice.
Who else was there? It was actually pretty good. I
who's
don't
gonna-
give a
who's
fuck
gonna
about
play-
those movies, and that was actually pretty good. Benedict Cumberbatch
Who's gonna
is hilarious.
Who's gonna play Wolverine is the big question.
Oh, I am.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
Check
of
it
people are
out.
saying it should be. A lot
You're
of people are
gonna be
saying
huge.
it should be Daniel Radcliffe.
I've heard that.
I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that.
I could see it.
Do you know who I think could do it and be really good?
Mahershala Ali.
No, he's gonna be Blade.
Oh, Donald Glover.
Okay, hold
Nope.
on. No, let me think of somebody
Nope.
ridiculous.
Jesse Plemons, obviously.
The guy who plays the guy who played the new guy in the new guy.
No,
the new guy.
Colin Farrell. He'd
Who
be
are
a
we
good
talking
one.
about again? Oh, Wolverine.
Wolverine. He'd be good.
Yeah, well, he can do anything. He's proven.
Or
Yeah,
Mel
Tom Hardy.
Gibson.
Mel Gibson is old Wolverine. I would be super into that.
two races.
Super into that.
Too racist? Wolverine's not racist.
No, Wolverine loves
Exactly.
the Jews.
Can't be Gibson then.
Mel Gibson.
All right, Spiderman.
Who?
Your alter ego.
Yeah, at least Mel Gibson never did. Never mind. I don't even want to say it. Yeah. Then
Best.
she goes home, and then at the end, her parents are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, everything's gonna suck now." And she's like, "You know what? I don't think it's gonna be that bad." Roll credits.
Yeah,
Porco Rosso.
pretty much.
How did Porco Rosso end? I literally don't remember anything other than Michael Keaton was Porco Rosso, and it was like basically a war movie about a guy that was a pig.
No, it's post-war. He's a mercenary essentially. That fights
Oh, yeah.
pirates, air pirates.
See, it sounds cool when you say it, but I don't remember it.
awesome.
Being
Sounds
cool.
fucking
It's
awesome.
pretty fun. It's fun. I enjoyed it. It just like, but this movie is clearly just a better movie.
Yeah, for sure. I was definitely really into it for the first like half hour or so, but it just sort of started losing me a little bit with the wacky shit.
You guys remember the movie or the show Tailspin?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was based off of heavy
Rosso?
influence from Porco Rosso.
Tailspin was awesome.
I could see that.
What he was doing, that was fucking the dudes from Jungle Book fighting air pirates.
Yeah, it's true. But they were chipmunks, so it's a little different.
Chipmunks? No, it was Blue the bear.
Yeah, blue.
I think you're thinking of
You're thinking of Rescuers Down Under.
equally as good.
Another.
What
That's
was
not Disney though. Isn't that Don
Word.
Bluth?
that? Never
Mm.
mind.
Yeah, these were
whatever.
Jungle Book. These were the Jungle Book dudes, and Shere Khan was the bad guy. Who's, the cat. You don't know,
Man, we should do a Disney movie.
bro.
for
That
the next
movie,
one.
that movie had Carrie Ewells or Michael Keaton, Carrie Ewells, Elways, however you say it, Brad Garrett, and Susan Egan, the same chick that played Lynn in this movie.
Oh shit, Susie Eags.
Susie Eags. That was good. Here's my argument for that. Back to the original our original thing. Joel would rather you watch the subtitles than it dubbed. That was the thing.
That's what he said. Yeah.
The subtitles are exactly the same words as the dub. So how are you getting any more out of the subtitles than you are?
I mean,
The
is it
dub.
though? Is it the exact same word?
Yeah, it's the exact, like the words you read are the exact same words that you're hearing in English.
Okay.
I guess maybe just how it's delivered, maybe, but
Yeah,
you
maybe it's
don't.
the
But
cadence.
it's still like the facial expressions are gonna be the same either way. If you're looking,
These are yeah. That's the way they make these movies are so they can be dubbed in any language. Like that's like it's like fucking Pokemon.
yeah, because
The mouths are just opening and
yeah.
closing,
because I get
like Canadian flapping heads.
I get real life movies like actual foreign films with people in them. Live action is what they're called.
Yeah,
But
But here's the
I get watching the actual people speaking in those because it's how they're delivering it. It's all the body language, it's all the infliction, of
totally,
all
totally.
that. But on cartoon, yeah, you can just
Not only that,
it's animated. The face is the same.
in a live action, you're missing like sound, like the sounds mixed in usually to in the original track, and then when you dub over it, I've noticed maybe they do it better for some movies, but certainly they do. But I've noticed you lose like car sounds, background noises. Like I've definitely noticed that
Yeah,
when listening to like a dubbed version,
that
and
makes sense.
I've noticed that probably for like lower end movies, not for
Yes,
like
for
the
older ones
Avengers.
too,
The
yeah.
Avengers is going to have Chinese and English and Spanish, all the exact same.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. It's like this like flatter sound to it.
Yeah. And then, but
there's
I don't think watching a dub takes away anything from watching one of these movies.
I don't think so.
In fact, I think it's better to watch. For me, it's better that I'm understanding it
'Cause
better.
It's also a very visual movie. If you're reading the
Yeah.
subtitles, like I still understand, but it's like if you're watching, it's so much better of a watch than anything of a movie. Because even like you were saying, it's how he told his stories were originally, he just drew them out. So it's a visual storytelling more than anything.
Yeah, it was visually pretty amazing. So I enjoyed watching it in English. I
Pay
didn't
attention.
think
Me too.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
there was
think
anything wrong with it.
I think that I don't think it takes away at all. And again, it's the exact same thing. You're not losing anything from reading it, other than the
Yeah.
words you don't pick up because you can't read fast enough.
Yeah,
Talking about you, Schwartz. You're kind of dumb.
I read so
Can't
fast.
You read so fast. How many minutes of words do you read?
How many minutes of work?
How many
It's
minutes have
today,
you read?
Junior.
So what do you think? Did you enjoy the movie? Did you get some? Did you feel better after you watched this movie? Was it a feel good movie for you?
Did I feel better? No.
What do you mean?
But
What-
it was
no,
a fun movie.
Not like did it change your life? I'm just asked like it was a good feel good. Are you happy you watched this movie?
I'm glad I watched.
Yeah.
You just get
glad.
sniped.
Power just went out.
Oh. Are you? You're still with us though. So if you go away, we know why.
Well, he's
Power's
not a
out.
robot. He, he just falls over.
Well,
Power's back on.
sick. Didn't even lose your internet, or so we know.
Well, no, I'm on my hotspot right now.
Well,
Venus.
even better.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm glad I watched it
Yeah,
too.
that's-
I feel like I don't know what I really got out of it, but I mean, I
You don't have to get
appreciate
anything out of it.
Yeah,
I didn't get anything out of the host. I enjoyed it.
I like the story behind it. I like the meaning and the thoughts behind it all.
It
And
was
it's like-
it was heartfelt. It
Yeah.
was a fun enough story to watch. I was entertained enough the whole time, you know. I never really got bored personally. There were some slower parts, but I never really got bored. I think it was because mostly my third point is just so beautiful to watch. The
Mhm.
animation is it's not like animation we're used to. It's not Pixar, it's not Disney,
Right.
it's not DreamWorks. It's
Just
different.
yeah,
It's anime, but this is I think the highest quality of anime
I would say
you're gonna
so.
get. Like look at the reflections in the window behind. Like it's just the detail. There's some fucking beautiful detail, unnecessary detail, but beautiful. I only say unnecessary like it doesn't push the story forward in any way, but it's just the time and care. It's the animation that they took to put the detail in is evident.
Yeah. One thing
That's what I said about being like. Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
I was gonna say one thing I also got out of it was the view through like a child's eyes of the world. Still, it's like has that almost reminiscent of like the childlike perspective, like the innocence, the purity, what you appreciate. Like she didn't really care about the money or the gold, things like that. She just wanted her parents back. She just wanted things to go back to normal because the movie started with her leaving her original town. I feel like she was leaving everything. She was losing her identity, like
Yep.
literally
leaving her
and
friend, leaving her
figuratively, yeah.
school.
And I think that was a big, just that was a big theme I appreciated with the whole, just like the child's perspective of change, because change was so big back then. Just little things in life were a big deal, and it was kind of cool how they explored
Yeah.
that thing.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Anything else? It
Yeah.
was beautiful. The
Different.
Mike or Schwartz, you didn't really answer the question. Are you happy you watched it? Are you glad you like we as a movie guy? This is at least this is a studio you should be aware of, right?
No, so yeah, I mean, I'm aware of it only because I've seen visuals of it and I've heard of it, everything. But this is the first time that I've watched any of these movies, and I'm glad I did because it's cinematic. Like even this shot, like look at the shot through the trees
Beautiful.
like that. Like
Wow.
it's definitely one of the most cinematic animated movies I've ever seen, if not the most cinematic. So I appreciate it from that point of view, and it's a very fun and entertaining movie. So I'm glad I did watch, and I would recommend this to anybody who enjoys movies. It's a little long, but I mean, it's still good.
Seems like some of this guy's other work, which I am curious to watch. Like at least I got that out of it, where I'm interested more in this guy because I've heard of his other stuff, like Princess Mononoke. That's
Is
oh
that
wow,
earlier?
that's
Right, but it's like 3
90.
years
That's
before this.
97. That's actually 2 hours and 13 minutes. It's a
Oof.
longer one, but yeah. What was the My Neighbor Totoro? I think that's less than an hour and a half. 86 minutes. I'm curious to watch that as well. That I heard is one of the more. I definitely read about this guy a little bit. Like that's more of an innocent one. Like that's more explores childhood in an innocent way. Than this was kind of like a darker look. I think.
Okay.
This was a little bleaker, but also it wasn't it wasn't a sad movie. It wasn't a happy movie. It was just kind of a. It was.
It had a lot of like dark visuals though. Like there were some pretty intense visuals in
Yeah,
this
it
movie.
was like
Definitely.
spooky at times. And I guess Princess Mononoke is supposedly very violent for
Sick.
animation, and like you know how obviously some animes are very violent, but I
Oh
guess
yeah, a
that's
lot of
one them.
animes.
Some
pretty
are very
violent, yeah.
sexy.
Yep.
Some are very sexy and violent.
Love that combination.
I've heard of other
Yeah.
ones like
Where do you-
Ponyo and
Where are you guys gonna rank
Got
this
it.
one?
question.
Great question, Schwartz. Schwartz coming in with the good questions. What am I on? Hot
Where-
ones?
Are you gonna rank it, Schwartz?
Well, my reason for asking is like, are we gonna keep animated films in a separate list? or
Nah.
not?
No,
Nah, movies a
because
movie.
really, how many are we doing? Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna do 1,000. Pile of shit has 1,000 eyes. I'm gonna go number 33.
Ooh, pretty high.
All right, 33. You want me to move it for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Said
You
30.
singing the Terminator theme song. Sarah Connor has been hidden underground for 62 years. She has been bleaching her hair and doing yoga.
Doing pull-ups on her bed,
See
even
your,
though the doctors don't
thumb
like to see
pull-ups.
their rooms disturbed like that. Watch.
You know what's a great
Arnold
movie?
Schwarzenegger.
Demolition Man.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes
Yeah, such a stupid but amazing movie.
is it's Wesley Snipes and what's his name, right?
Stallone.
Stallone and Stallone's
Yeah.
brother,
Armand Desante.
Todd Stallone.
Frederick Stallone.
This is given to us by Stalin.
It's pronounced Stallone.
In my country, it's pronounced Stallone.
Oh no, you not him. You secret agent.
Jake,
yes.
where are you
60
putting this?
67.
Ooh.
67.
67.
Out of 99.
gonna-
We were 99 movies in.
I'm gonna go 51.
51. Notorious. 51.
51.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
mhm.
That's decently high. It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's not in your top 50, top half.
It's
Close
good,
enough.
it's a good very middle movie for us then.
If we go to 101, it'll be your top half.
Yeah. Truth.
Your little skis, unless we watch really good movies.
You little skis. I went to the new Amoeba yesterday for the first time, the new location. Not anywhere near as cool, by the way.
What happened?
And
They
I
closed the
bought-
one down on Hollywood.
They did about a year ago.
Where is this new one?
It's in Hollywood, like 3 blocks away. It's stupid. I don't know where they moved it. It's like half the size, which sucks. But I got Sunset Boulevard for $2.99, which was a steal. And then I got have you guys seen the Bernardo Bertolucci movie, The Last Emperor?
No.
I bought that too. I've always wanted to see
Didn't
that.
that
It's a
one like
Criterion.
best film and
I don't watch
It
any
won, like,
Bartolucci's.
It won like the Palme d'Or too, I think.
Yeah, it was. I
Yeah.
know it was a big deal. I've just never watched it. And I've always been somewhat
No.
curious to watch it. Is it good? Have you seen it?
I didn't watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it, though.
Palmolucci's.
Bertolucci.
They won
huh?
the Joe Pesci Award for Best Actor ever, no questions asked.
The Joe Pesci Award. That's not
Yeah,
a
the
real
Joe
thing,
Pesci-
right?
The Joe Pesci Award. It is in my world.
JPA. Oh, it will be as soon as we have our own awards. That's the first one.
And the award for the Joe Pesci Best Acting Award goes to.
He got to be named after
Joe
people.
Pesci, everybody.
But like irrelevantly, irreverently.
And best sound, the Joe Pesci Best Sound Design
Just all
Award
Joe
goes
Pesci.
to-
It's gonna be the Joe Pesci Awards, not affiliated with the real Joe Pesci. At the real
There's
Joe
nothing
Pesci.
to do with Mr. Pesci.
Nah, he quit acting,
Yeah.
and he's suing us over the whole thing.
Yeah. Good one.
Good one. Good one.
Good shit.
I don't think we're supposed to talk about Joe Pesci. We might get sued.
Good shit, right, Maroki?
Good shit, right, Marogi? Wait a minute.
Who?
Sarah Connor
Hmm.
tying shoelaces by the bundle.
She's just tying her shoes the whole
What do you
time.
mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean tying shoelaces?
I don't know. She's down there just tying shoelaces.
I gave this movie a 6.7625.
Damn. Carry the one, my dude.
I did. That's what gave it the 2.5.
Sick.
It was
Oh, you're
2.4.
Smart.
Carried the one.
Carried the one.
I don't know. Math.
My man.
No, unless you don't check that. Don't check that math.
Check it. What you really think about me?
I'm looking at the list. It's just, for some reason, it's making me laugh that Schwartz's least favorite movie was It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh god, that movie's the worst. Only
some
cool scene in that
reason.
movie is the opening
It's
scene.
when he
when
eats
start
the
talking
eggs.
to each other.
When
No, that-
when the
that's
dudes are
fucking-
fucking each other, what'd you say?
That is cool.
when
and
the
lewd.
stars are talking to each other in the sky.
Like this movie
Like,
about
hey, you know
like,
that
the
guy
love
over
of
there? We
family
should go be
and
him.
being a good person. And you're
Ah.
like, this is terrible.
That was
That movie was so fucking boring.
It wasn't exciting, but
All right. Anyway,
I just
what's the
think
next
it's
movie?
funny.
Oh, it's my pick.
no, it's my pick, bruh.
No, it's my pick.
It's definitely
You
not.
picked the last one.
it doesn't
No.
just ping pong back and forth.
You picked the last one.
Oh, The Northman. You're right. That was mine. I forgot.
It's in Northman.
What's your pick, Jacob?
My pick is The Graduate.
Graduate. All right.
The 1967 Mike Nichols classic starring Dustin Hoffman. The Graduate.